So we were stopped in the middle of a combat where um, I think this ogre here is still standing. You made your way past, or
I
everybody
thought
except for Cassius made their way past the murder holes.
I
Boy,
thought you killed that last ogre.
No, this one's still this one fell over.
Uh-huh.
This one's still there. So we can go ahead and start with everybody rolling initiative.
yeah.
I'm still. Wait, am I conscious?
It
Yeah.
I
showed that
see
you
I have
had
9 hit
nine.
points.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, so I don't know why that says 9, but I went ahead and
Okay.
made you conscious again. So I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to select my token, so. Alright.
So, Bob's character is or is not conscious?
He has apparently 9 hit points now, so I don't.
Of course.
And Bob does have heat resistance?
It looks like he has that symbol, yes.
Okay, good.
So Francis, you can set up your stance and attacks.
Okay.
Roll initiative again, but do not adjust it. Basically, whatever thing you did correctly is what counts.
Okay, cool. Alright.
Oh,
Okay.
You're not talking to me.
No.
Okay.
I'm like, why do I need to re-roll my initiative?
Oh, it's
Okay, who keeps interrupting me from going?
Me trying to get people aligned because Joe didn't get on the tracker. So you can
Okay.
go now. So Joe, you can.
okay. Right.
Shep. Bodil. Nicholas. So I will say one thing, Joe. You were healed last adventure and are kind of coming to. You did
Okay.
notice that when people were going over this area here, that boiling oil was poured down over them.
Okay, so be very
There-
careful going through here.
Did
And
he
then
notice? Did he notice the flame?
Francis, yeah, Francis did set the ceiling on fire.
So, is there a way to pass through there without getting fried, or
You go along the edge of the wall.
okay?
Maybe they didn't catch one character doing that, but that's not always a guarantee.
Yeah.
Now you are
Mhm.
small. You might be able to squeeze through one of those arrow slits
Oh,
if you want, but that's just setting up the scene since you were not here last
um,
session. So Francis, it's your turn.
How much does the ogre look like he weighs?
Oh, probably at least 400 pounds.
Yeah. uh, that's, well, I'm going to step into there. And I'm going to telekinesis and move him up to the ceiling.
Okay.
Bodrill, you can fill him full of arrows.
Okay.
Decimus.
I will cast a spell after Odile goes.
There is no delaying in Palladium.
I can't
So
just
you
hold
can-
my action until after somebody else goes. I can move my initiative down.
Nope.
Okay, well then, let's see. We want to move it down. Okay, I will cast my spell there.
Okay, so you cast a cloud of steam.
Poor doggy.
It doesn't go through walls, so
The dog has Chris cast resistance on him last.
Yes,
Cassius.
all of you, everybody but I guess Cassius and myself have resistance to that spell. However,
Yes.
you need to make a save or go blind, so it will
Oh.
give you penalties to hit.
I guess I will try to see if I can fit through the arrow slit and avoid the oil trap that way.
Okay, roll 3d6, and if it's under your PP, you can get through.
Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, it's 14. My PP is 16, so
So you can squeeze through there.
right.
That'll take one of your actions.
Okay. All right. Worth it to not get boiled alive.
And what level spell were you casting when you did that?
First,
First level? Okay, so 4 rounds.
yeah, only 4 rounds.
So being blind is -10, range -5 for melee.
Okay. Is it Shep's turn? Sorry.
Yes, it's Shep's turn.
Okay, I didn't know if everything was resolved with the cloud and stuff. I will. Shep, being in the middle of that, not being able to see very well, will slink back to his master.
Okay.
Wait a minute, are there 2 opponents left?
Currently what you can see is this ogre is standing. There is a slumped over kobold and a slumped over ogre in the cart.
Okay.
Well, isn't the ogre that's standing? Isn't he up on the ceiling?
He is pressed against the ceiling, correct?
Okay.
And it's Bodil's turn. So attack.
Odile will shoot at the ceiling ogre with her.
That actually hit.
Excellent.
And he kind of gets more smushed up against the wall as he was kind of holding his hands up, trying to, keep him from going into the ceiling, and then all of a sudden he kind of slumps over and is being flat up against the ceiling. Sir Emery.
Right. No, Sir Emery does not want to go get stuck in steam. So Sir Emery... I forget my movement again.
I should have
52.
added, if you see where it says additional movement, I added map movement, and that tells you how many feet you can go.
Got it. Move here.
Where's that? Oh, additional movement. Okay.
Is there maybe a door over here? It's hard to tell where the walls are and stuff. So that was 30 feet.
There's double doors in here. They look smaller than these double doors up north.
I'm going to move to here next to this pillar. Now, alright, so it looks like there's doors here. I'm going to put little arrows. Like an arrow here. Are there other doors aside from those?
There are double doors here
Okay, I do see those. Okay, good.
and then here.
Up here at the top.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, I think if you get around that column, you'll be able to see better.
I can just barely see. I just want to make sure that there weren't like other doors kind of.
Correct.
Yeah, because some of these walls, it's completely black here. But I
Okay.
can't see the wall itself. So it's hard to. So I wanted to make sure there wasn't a door in it or something. Okay. Well, follow me, lads and ladies.
So, Cermery takes a right, goes
Yep.
into a big
Goes
room.
in. Yep. In and to the right. Not back into the left.
And yes, you do see a large pile of bodies of various stages of both decomposition as well as body part removals. And then on the far side is a pile of bones that many of them appear to be cut on and chewed on.
Yikes.
Nicholas.
Oh, no current moving enemies that I see. I can't. No, don't see anything. I see a kobold running up on us. Is that what I see? Or what is that?
What's what?
There's somebody that I can't see.
Oh,
What?
that's
Jason.
Jason's
That's
character.
right. I just saw the red bar.
So the kobold you can't see is about to open up the door to the cloud of steam.
That ought to be fun. So I think I take out some water and rinse out Shep's eyes and start soothing him.
Okay.
Oh, did Shep fail his save?
Yes. And Francis.
I'm going to jump up on the wagon and make sure that ogre is dead, sticking a dagger in his eye.
Okay.
Do I need to make an attack?
Yes, you do.
Do you need to make a save?
You hit armor and roll a save versus spells.
Oh, you're only blind for one round.
You get steam in your eye. And Cassius?
Okay. Yes, I will head around here. Is this an active steam cloud I can see up here, or is that just?
Yes, because there is an open door, so yes, you
Okay.
see. You've seen this spell effect enough to know
Yep.
what it is.
Okay, and let's see. Am I still carrying a couple of the heal potions?
Yes.
I guess I will drink one of those since I'm not doing anything else.
Okay.
So that was 1d4, if I recall correctly.
1d8.
1d8. Oh, wow. Woohoo. Oh. Oh, it's better than nothing. And I will mark ammo. Now I have 2 of those.
Bodil?
Can I see the background? I didn't see that.
I'm not seeing any bad guys. I was planning to head, I was headed towards this door. Oh, gee.
You might learn. Okay, well. Hmm. You go into
Mhm.
what's in the room. Okay. Is there a door here that Bodil can try to open?
Yes.
You will try to open the door.
I wouldn't get too far away from the rest of us.
I assume opening the door took her, and so she's just going to say, "Hey guys, I found some more background."
Sir Emery.
Alright, generally we'll move to her. Oh, and then this dude gonna move to him. And do the thing that he does with his big dwarven hammer. Let's see. Didn't take him up. Oh, it's a lame attack.
That
10
hits
probably doesn't hit,
armor.
does it?
It hits armor for
Nah.
a point. Nicholas.
I continue to tend to Shep right now. I don't see. I'm waiting to see where everybody's going. People are kind of moving
The
differently.
battle is here!
You did hear Bodil say something to the effect of here's one.
But Shep is currently blind, so
Right.
I'll try to lead him with me. So
I think what he's effective for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess I'll just circle to the other side of him for now. Is all I'm really doing.
Okay.
So I can see more.
So we can all roll again.
Okay.
That's more like
Ooh, I showed up this time.
had to go get all those kobolds involved. Yeah.
Of course, the one right in front of me rolls a 20. Obviously.
Bodil?
Yeah.
And the orc name is placeholders. Cassius. Francis. Shep. Nicholas. And Decimus. Okay, so yeah, this one right in front of Sir Emery.
I'm guessing that's going to hit armor.
And unless you want to try it to auto parry, save your armor a point.
Oh no. I got new armor coming. You know.
There's really no reason not to auto parry.
I mean, unless somebody else comes running at me.
Do you have a limited number of auto parries?
You can auto parry every.
As long as anything that you're aware of as a man of arms, and that you're like, if you have somebody in front of you and somebody in back of you, you couldn't do the one in back of you. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much.
No, I mean this is armor he got off of one of those jerk ogres. He'll go ahead and let him tear it up. I mean, there's more he could pick up around here.
Okay, so Bodil,
Yeah.
you get a javelin thrown at you. It's going to probably bounce off your armor. This big room that you are in actually goes up to another level, and there are arrow slits in it, and a cobalt javelin comes flying out at you.
So the room with the big pile of bodies.
Yes, this huge room here.
Got it.
And Sir Emery, your turn.
All right, we're gonna bring a hammer down on that dude. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, you just bring the hammer down, and he goes with it to the floor.
Oh, there we go. That's where I want to go. So measure out 50. You can get him to. After taking that guy out, he's going to go to here.
Okay. Bodil.
Right through that?
Deal.
Yes, so Neil's going to blow.
It's just an immediate run. Let go of it there.
Wondering,
Yeah.
here we can- To follow.
If while you're moving the ruler you hit Q, it will turn things. Like,
So I'm looking at my movements.
see,
I am. Square. Alright, that's it for this. It'll be all 20.
Cassius?
Okay, let's see. Steam's still here,
Yes.
so do I think I'm past the where the oil was draining on the floor on the other side?
You think so.
All right, I will try to pop through this arrow slit then.
Okay, do another 3d6 versus your physical prowess.
Let's see if I can type. Just made it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You squeeze through. You took a detour
Yep.
accidentally.
Better safe than slaughtered.
Francis.
I'm gonna try and poke that guy again.
Okay. You're at -5.
Or not. There's no bonus for him just laying there?
No, because he's not parrying. It's his armor. You're not able to get through his armor. Your eyes are
Watery.
burning with steam, and you're just kind of flailing away.
Right, but my other attack, I mean, the guy's just laying there. There's no, like, coup de grace or anything like that, is there?
Nope, nope. Shep.
Heads there, moving slowly.
Okay. And Old Man Nicholas. Does that hit you or your armor?
Oh, I'm sorry, you were attacking me. I thought you were telling me to move.
No.
I don't have armor.
So you take 6 points as a javelin hits you as you are in the room. Oops. And take 4 more as another javelin hits you. And then it's your turn.
Move to the other side of this column, but I can't see the slits that they're shooting out of.
Yes, you see the arrow slits. They're a level above you.
I will throw a wild swing just in case I might get lucky.
Okay. That would be at a -5, but you're able to do it.
Nope. I didn't put a negative on there, so I got a 0.
Okay. Let's see. Bodil hears the patter of quick little feet behind her.
Or real, so, woohoo! Power,
Because
power,
you're-
power.
Let's see. Yeah, they can't get you being there with that column. So. Decimus.
Let's see.
Get you, alcohol.
I'll move forward and Team Cloud Gaming 7 on the unconscious guy.
Okay, let me check a few things. Fast.
And I will ask what's going on up ahead.
I can't see anything, but be careful of the arrow slits
What arrows lit?
up above. As I
Sir
drop
Emery.
two javelins.
All right.
As you what?
Oh, me, I think we have to come back here and deal with you, good sir. Or foul, sir.
So Nicholas, what did you say? Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a critical hit.
That's a crit, so that is 36 points of damage.
There you go. About time
That's
I
gonna
started
hurt.
showing up for Emery.
You just take
He's had some-
you literally take its head off with your warhammer.
No more.
That's what you're using correctly, a Dwarven warhammer. So
What? Dwarven war.
you're like, batteries up, pop. Brain matter flies up against the wall and splatters.
Pretty gross.
And Bodil.
Okay, so being pink, this guy's pink, he's not dead, he's just. Oh. Man, you know what? Okay. O'Neill is going to keep moving forward to the war. Okay, O'Neill moves down.
Okay. Cassius?
Okay, I guess I will drink another potion and then head in to see what I can see. Okay. Right. And walking through friendlies is acceptable, or?
Yes.
Right. Or... Right. Get up to about there. Okay.
Okay.
And marking ammo.
And then that leaves Francis.
Have you been taking any damage from the steam cloud?
7 point.
You think so? Yes. You know I don't think you've actually been inside of the steam cloud really before, but you know that enemies have taken damage unconscious in the steam cloud.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stabby at that guy one more time.
You kind of hit armor. You can move if you want.
Okay. I'm going to move to there.
And then Nicholas.
Oh, this guy right here. Can I let him drop to the floor?
If you want, yes.
Okay. Maybe that'll push the arrow that Bodriel put him and shot into him. When he hits the floor, it'll push the arrow more into him.
I'm going to stay here for right now. I don't want to leave Shep when he's not.
And I didn't say it before because I thought about it and then immediately forgot, which seems to happen to me a lot. But for things like levitate and telekinesis, those will take your actions. If you're using that to lift somebody up, you're needing to devote your attention to that. So in the future, you're not going to lift somebody up and leave them there while you're stabbing somebody else.
Okay.
Otherwise, I mean, it just gets ridiculous. I could have one guy, there are a couple of people take out an entire party. It's not fun either way. So, okay, everybody can roll initiative again.
Right.
And I think I did the wrong initiative. No?
Mm-hmm.
Should Shep's blindness be down to 3?
Yes, at the end of the round, all things can go down.
At the end of this will be the third round of Steam this round.
Right. So he's been out of it for 2 rounds. So that would be
Yeah, but this will be the third round, so he'll be down to 2.
at the end of the round. He'll be down to 2. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get an order up. It really must be those outs that mess up. Let's see if this helps. I just need to move those. Okay, so Decimus, Emery, Cassius,
Yeah.
Nicholas, Shep, Francis, Bodil, okay, Decimus.
Should leave damage on the steam cloud this time. I will step up, scooping up the javelin. We have to go in the door off to the side there?
I think that's where they went. I think they went down here. They were all in darkness for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ah, Decimus!
Don't see any targets.
My friend, you've come to join the battle.
What battle? I don't see any foes.
You see a crushed kobold here and a headless kobold here.
But perhaps you don't see him. He's right around the corner. He's this way.
Ah,
You don't see the guy running right at us?
Emery,
Over here. And he's gonna... He can get exactly to this dude. 50. Shoo! Good. I was worried that this, room was going to be full of dudes. And then... miss with a hammer.
Probably hit armor.
yeah. Hit some armor. 2
Lehman?
points armor damage. Yes.
as I stand there, I will have one arm pointed in the direction Sir Emery just went, so anybody coming through the door will have a clue.
we'll know where he is. So,
Yeah.
Sir Emery, as you go into this area, it is a Dwarven Forge area.
Cool. Are there weapons lying about?
You see, like, they would be considered small weapons, Dwarven-sized weapons.
Ah.
The fires do, and they kind of look like they've been modified. And there are fires going in the forges, and then there's this barrel over here that looks like it has some type of shimmering liquid in it.
Say again. This has a shimmering liquid in it?
Yes.
Got it.
Cassius.
Okay. So I hear the commotion and I know which way they went, or someone, or
Well,
there's some.
you can see where Shep and
Mhm.
Old Man Nicholas are.
Yep.
And from where you
Oh,
are,
yeah, sorry, I had to go the other way.
you can
because
see
there were
that,
people.
that's the only set of double doors that is open.
Right. Okay. I moved to here, and I don't see anything to attack.
You
So,
you notice Decimus is pointing in this direction.
in which? Oh, this way to the
Yes.
to that hallway. Okay, this is as far as I can move for now. I guess I will gulp my third heal potion. That's all I have for right now. Woohoo! Whole lot of. Well, it's better than nothing.
And I do have somebody has 2 more of those, but I'm going to have you roll 2d6 versus your IQ.
2d6 versus my IQ. Oh boy. Okay, that's less than my IQ.
Okay. So as you're drinking this, you think, "Huh, this is a poison to other people, and I know how to use poison. Maybe I could
Yes.
figure out how to make these if I don't just
Ah.
drink them all."
Okay, cool.
Now, if you drink
Yes,
them all, then maybe you won't ever be able to learn that recipe. But
yeah. I will. I'm healthy enough now. I can probably save them and analyze some. Analyze at least one of them so I can
and
make them.
just as a reminder, if you move, I'm not requiring you to split your movement because then it gets into a weird thing that the more attacks you have, the less movement you can do. But if you do get to your max movement, you can't move anymore in that round.
Okay. All right. I hit max movement, so unless someone comes up to me, I'm probably done.
Nicholas.
Cassius, you're not going to stab that unconscious guy on the ground?
Oh well. If no one moves up to me, I might. Is he just unconscious or is he actually dead?
There's no X on him, so he's unconscious.
I'm done.
Okay. Oops. That's weird. Okay, I gotta figure out. Okay, that's what I did. So what is Francis's armor rating, AR?
9.
9. Okay, you take 5 points of damage as a javelin hits you. That's the only one that can get to you at your location. Shep?
Is Francis still on feet? I can't see because I can't see through Shep, but he would be able to see.
Shep does not see Francis, actually.
Okay. Then if he doesn't see Francis, then he comes up to me, but I can't see him to move him.
Okay, I will. Okay, this kobold is going to try to stick, Sir Emery.
Alright, gonna have to try to block that sucker, because otherwise I'm screwed. Too bad. I suck at that. Yep.
You do have a dodge. It would take your attack.
Oh, that's true. Dodge is at a 0.
Well,
Yeah, better try it. And, yep. There it goes. That puts me at -2.
Sir Emery once again slumps over.
Yes.
It's a signature move.
I guess we recognize the sound of that. 'Cause we-
Yes.
Yeah.
Francis.
Get to there, and that's it.
Bodil,
Yeah,
you
Oh,
do hear
Bodil
fighting
is-
behind you.
yeah, left alone, and so she's not gonna go. We need to rest in the wood. So she's gonna have, yep, headed that way.
Can you see this or not from your vision?
I can see where the line is.
You don't see the kobold though. I think it's probably
Oh, see that the edge of the face maybe. Is that where the wheel can shoot it?
I think if you if you're able to move 5 more feet, you might be able to, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
Or
can
you-
shoot it, yeah, shoot. There we go. There you go. Look at this.
So that hits armor, but does do a point of damage to the armor.
Okay, sorry,
It's all good.
you be able to find it again?
Cassius.
Let's see. I've already used my full movement, so I can't really do anything except. You say the guy in front of me is still breathing.
Possibly.
Someone's. I don't know. Oh, to tie up loose ends or to keep a prisoner who we might be able to interrogate later. Alright. I'm just going to hold off and wait until I can move again.
Nicholas.
I can't move, so I'm stuck.
Francis.
I've used up all my movement, so I'm going to do presence sense.
Okay.
So 100 foot radius,
What's the radius on that?
100 feet.
Okay, as you sense around, you sense a couple of things up here.
Where? Okay.
You sense a couple of things here.
I'm not seeing the. Okay.
Zoom,
Yep.
zoom out, maybe. You sense a couple of things here.
Okay.
You sense something, or a couple of things here. Do you see those?
Yep.
Okay. You sense something here,
Okay.
and then you sense quite a few things from here.
Ooh.
And then you know that the things that you sensed here were those unconscious.
Okay.
How long does that last?
4 melee.
4 melee.
Did this one here
Wrong person.
show life?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, there's one forward of us down that hallway or stairs, and there seems to be a lot of individuals over to our through those doors off to the right.
Low deal.
Okay, we'll deal with the in.
You did 5 points. And Bauer, your...
Power only has one action.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask. At the end of the round, there's one more round left for this.
Next round is the last round for Steve.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so everybody can roll initiative. Take these out to the bottom. Let's see if I can. Okay, that's what I need to do then. Is take the outs to the bottom. So Shep, you can put in stuff for Shep. Everybody's out of that room. These guys actually aren't needed anymore. So Cassius.
Yep. All right.
Decimus. Nicholas. Nicholas.
I'm sorry. I was reading something on character.
Francis. And Bodil. And Shep, you can go.
You'll move to there.
Yes.
Okay. So he's done there.
Okay. Cassius.
Okay, let's see. Do I know that Shiramari went off this direction? Or is that...
That's what I was pointing to when you came in the room. Holy shit, who just clouded our whole room?
Okay,
I realized
hey!
that I had put the that on the wrong person. So.
Who-
Okay. Alright, I was able to get behind that guy. Cool. I guess I'm going to stab him.
Ooh.
It's not a natural 20.
No, the damage.
Yep. Yeah. Woohoo.
So hold on one moment. So yeah, you stuck him quite good. Decimus.
The last 4 points for the cloud.
Okay.
2 more pieces of watermelon. Yes.
And let's see if I can figure out the next. A swing and a miss with a jab.
Okay. Nicholas.
Go with that one.
knock him upside his head with a sling stone. And Francis.
My radar as being alive.
Yes. Their armor and scales are kind of hard to get through. No deal? Jenny?
Yeah, I'm moving Bodil.
Okay.
Does she see? I don't see anything. So if she's moving to there.
Were you just moving?
I didn't see an enemy. Did I miss something?
Look straight ahead.
Oh, I see him now. Man, I just didn't pull out far enough. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Let me choose that. So this guy right there. He's available to hit. It's very good.
Cassius.
Okay, I have done all my movement, so I guess I will just glance around the room real quick.
You see fires going in the forge.
Oh.
There's a door up here, and you see a open barrel with a shimmering liquid in it.
Okay. Let's see. Does that look like a quenching barrel or?
Maybe.
Like, yeah. Um,
But it is
Yeah.
kind of far away from the, on the other
Okay.
side of the.
I will have
You
to look at
also
that.
there seems to be various dwarven weapons that seem to be in the middle of being modified by kobolds.
Ah,
Maybe that's a barrel of the poison.
yeah. Oh, I wonder if it's mercury. Oh, well. I'll look. I'll have to look. I'll have to look around later.
Nicholas?
He will throw at the one at the end of the hall.
That misses. Or hits armor. Francis.
Move to there. And I am going to try and do nothing to this guy.
And Bodil.
All right. Yeah. We'll be going to that high again. No, she misses or.
But you did a point to armor.
Yeah.
And then
I mean-
everybody can roll an ish.
How difficult is it to stick a knife in an unconscious kobold's eye?
Evidently pretty hard.
Yep. Yeah. Very fast blink reflex and very tough eyelids.
Bodil.
Yep.
Cassius.
Just a second. Okay.
Francis. Nicholas. And Shep.
Yeah.
So the kobold runs up the steps, squeezes through the barrels and crates that have been placed there, and attacks Shep. And does not hit. Bodil.
Yeah. Small release. Yeah. Let's see if I can do it today. Even that guy here.
Another point to armor. Decimus.
I will go forward and pick up the javelin that I just threw against the wall.
Okay. Cassius.
Oh, I heard some kind of commotion out in the hall. If I squeeze around behind him. Alright. him. And take a point off his armor.
Yep. Francis.
I'd kill that guy if it takes me all day.
At this rate, it will.
And then some.
Did that do anything?
It bounced off his armor.
You think that you stabbed pretty good, but you still see breathing.
I just pulled all the universe.
And Nicholas. Shep. Shep.
Lehman, that was a
Claw-
12. That was a 12.
12.
Yeah, sorry. That was the last round of his
Hello, what's up?
of his penalties.
Well, I'm doing okay.
Vodil.
Okay, I feel like that. Yeah. Beat up the change in my. That should hit him.
Okay, well, that dropped it. Cassius?
Well, I used up just about all my movement. Let's see. Was it all or...
Stab him again and make sure he's dead.
Yeah, because once he goes down, you're not going to be able to kill him.
I'd hate to have him get back up after we leave him behind.
Well,
Oh.
They won't get back up
You mean...
for days.
Yeah,
Completely
nope,
missed
that-
this.
yeah. There's something, they fall down and they become invincible. It is not meant to be.
What are you doing, Great Kitty?
Francis, you see the ones that were coming from here. They seem to they were kind of spread out, and now it looks like they're coming together.
Are they getting closer to the doors?
It's hard to tell because it's behind walls. It's not like you can see any what do I want to say. You basically see blobs. You don't really get distances if they're behind walls.
Okay.
And they just were spread out before, and now they seem to be coming together.
Okay, they're forming Voltron.
We've got a bunch of people getting together in a group behind these doors over here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stab that guy one last time. No!
No, you're not.
No.
Remember, when they fall down, they become invincible.
I am giving little bonuses to So that one actually hits again, and it stops breathing. And Nicholas.
Anything to say to your Uncle Joe? Huh? Say hi, Uncle Joe.
Were you just moving there?
Yeah, I'm not throwing at the unconscious people.
Okay.
I've bounced enough rocks.
So we can go ahead and do initiative.
Well, I'm going to move over for a second so I can see Shep.
Ooh.
Val's still AFK. We'll get him when he comes back. Cassius.
Okay.
Shep. Decimus.
Just a minute. Oh, here he is.
Francis. Bodil. Nicholas. Okay, so this, which one is this? Cassius. The door just opened and you see orcs in this room. That is hits armor. Oh no, sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's going to try to parry. And it parries. Decimus.
So I'll ask, are they all in the room or any in the hallway? And I will throw the gem.
Last I saw, there was nothing in the hallway.
Last you saw what?
There was nothing in the hallway.
Okay. Well, if the door is open, I'll be throwing it this guy.
15 hits. Which one were you throwing at? The top one or the bottom?
The bottom one.
Shep.
I can't see him to move him. I think he's going to move to here above Emery. Okay.
Francis.
Decisions. I'm not sensing anything over by this door, am I?
Nope.
Can I stab across this corner?
Yes. That's a crit. 12 points. See, they just need to be standing. Okay. Odile.
Okay. Okay, so the only I can see in this room over here. The door open and then I can see them. Okay, we're gonna shoot at it.
The top one, okay. Ooh, minimum.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, not exactly complete minimum, but one of the dice.
Yeah.
Nicholas.
I start pulling herbs out of my pockets, chewing them up, and shoving them in the holes that are in Sir Emery.
Wrong holes. Or maybe right.
Who knows?
It's a suppository.
Plug him up.
I guess all these guys are somehow facing the foot backwards or something. I don't know.
They're the amazing backwards fighters.
Yeah.
Tails.
They like walk backwards and swing backwards, just enough to like completely confuse you. So this one here is going to attack Cassius. You're going to take a point to armor, or are you going to parry? You're going to parry. And then it's this one. This one's back here. So he will also attack Cassius. And if you want to try to dodge, that will take your attack, but you can do that if you want. So that's 16.
I need to take my friend's dog out to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Shep? He just went, so we'll... Okay. Oops, Shep's gonna stay there. Francis.
Crap. I'm gonna move to there. Is this the barrel full of greasy stuff?
Yes. Shimmering stuff.
Shimmering stuff?
It's like glitter suspended in a thick liquid.
It doesn't
Oh
look any,
God, no, it's glitter slime.
it doesn't look anything like the kobold joy juice, does it?
No, nothing similar.
I'll levitate this guy, bounce him off the ceiling. See if I can impede his process and the ones behind him.
Okay, you lift him up. Bodil.
Alrighty then. It's imperative, so. Oh, man. Minimums, but definitely not, I wanted to roll there.
Sir Emery, you get conscious.
Sweet.
You still feel pretty bad.
I'm at 2 hit points. All right.
Sorry about that, guys.
I will take those 2 hit points.
Did Nicholas want to...
He continues to treat
Okay.
Emery. Yeah, Billy hurt his knee, so going up and down the stairs, if I can, I try to help out.
Okay, so we can roll initiatives. We'll get Joe when he comes back.
Oh, I'm back.
Roll-in-ish.
I'm unconscious. I'm at negative hit points. Do I still need an initiative?
No, I'll just write it out. Vodil, then. Francis. Nicholas. Orc. Decimus. And Vodil. Jenny?
Alright. Yep. So Bodil's going to stand over the body of her phone and, and straighten out the
I will yell at you to get his body out of there.
mist. Yeah.
Which one was that against?
The one who's the most.
That's you drop him like a fly.
Pretty cool.
Sir Emery.
Well, I suppose I should stay here if the doctor isn't not finished with his ministrations yet.
I'll see what else I can do.
So I couldn't hear that. You're still working on them?
Yes, I
Cool.
was still patching you up. So Shep is going to move to here for right now.
Okay, let me do one thing. There.
Is Bodil standing on top of Joe's character?
Yes.
Yes. She's protecting him like a mama bear protects her cubs.
Yeah.
Well, hungry kitty. Oh.
Francis.
I am going to levitate Cassius and bring him back next to me.
Okay.
So, right there.
Okay, so this orc settles back to the ground. Nicholas.
So I finish with the bandaging on him, and then step over to see what I can see over here, and say, "Okay, Emery, not much more I can do in the middle of a fight."
Okay, this orc is going to try to attack Bodil. If you wish to try to parry, you can, because you were using your, I believe it was a staff. Jenny, did you want to parry or did you want to take a point of armor damage?
Well, attempt to pair it, please.
You parried.
Hmm.
This orc is back there. Which one is that? That's that orc. Decimus.
Yes. I will use Tinta. Oops, wrong button.
Oh, the wrong side.
No. I was doing an arrow and not moving like it's supposed to.
I think you've done very well.
So,
A little more volume.
oh. All right. I put it right where I want it.
Yes, you did. So, I don't think there would be a way that Bodil and Shep would be hit. Let's see if these guys have any bonuses to dodge. They'd have to. Nope. So you get all of them and none of your allies.
Yay.
So now
That'll never happen again.
I'm just gonna start at the top and just work my way down and back. Well, he's going to take a little bit. And he's not going to be moving, so... Well,
They're all going to take a little bit.
He's pretty much blind, though, so... Being unconscious. Well, that one doesn't save. That one doesn't save. And that one doesn't save, so the unconscious one saved, everybody else did not.
Go figure.
Oh, I forgot this one out.
Like I can make this save in my sleep.
Okay, so the one at the border he did save, but he's still going to be somewhat blind. Could you roll another one for this guy?
It's a D3, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So that was
you want
your...
to roll individually for all the other guys. Like just take that D6 and run with it.
Yeah, I was just going to do it as a 6.
I'm good with it.
So you gave them the sauna spell, the 1 point?
No, that was a. Oh, what do I want to say? How many rounds this guy?
No, I know what that was.
Earlier,
But
my damage for the D8 was a 1, so everybody takes 1.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Say
Yeah,
not.
okay, now I see it.
that's why I was saying it's his sauna spell.
That is the sauna spell. But I was paying too much attention to where to put it without putting all the oomph into it.
Right. Hopefully you just dial that up later.
I need to move out for one moment. So I can get to that one. Okay. So that is this one. He's at -5 against Bodil. So. Do you want to try to parry or take a point of armor?
Danny?
Okay. I am so tired, guys.
You're...
So
There you
you
go.
parry it. Emery.
It's like you stopped working on me. So,
Oh, I said that's all I can do for you in the middle of the fight.
very good. So he's going to come over here. Oh, not stand on top of that guy that he couldn't quite see as before.
You can see
And hit him with a hammer. Maybe not.
Oh.
Wow.
The herbs may have a slight dizzying effect.
Don't say.
That's what happens when you don't see them.
Maybe those herbs weren't supposed to go in it.
Shep is gonna bite this one.
Okay, it will try to parry. It does not because it is blind.
Yay.
And that was the one that was only gonna do it for one round, so that was a good one to take down. Francis.
Well, do I pour a potion down Cassius's throat?
Are you the one that has them?
I had one of them. I'll give them some joy juice.
Okay.
One D6.
1d8. Everybody keeps trying to make this healing potion less.
Does Joe?
Sorry, Joe.
Oh, hey. I'm at 1 HP now. So I'm awake, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You would rather not be.
Boy.
And Nicholas.
I will throw at that one.
That does do 3 points. And everybody can do a new initiative.
Okay. Okay.
Huh. That's pretty darn initiative.
Well, we're rolling well for initiative, but not for anything else.
Worlds.
Yep. It's so little.
Sometimes shit she wants.
So,
Yeah.
Odile,
One.
Cassius,
Let's. Okay, let's see. All right.
I mean, you have a big fuzzy butt right over you.
no,
No, he got moved.
he got moved. He got telekinesed away.
Oh darn.
Sir Emery. Darn. You're like, I went in to look at my butt. It's a nice fur
You're
butt.
like, wake up and you immediately regret it.
Sir Emery, you can put in your info.
Perfect.
Decimus. Francis. Shep. Nicholas. Whoops. I did that wrong. Okay, Bodil.
This guy first, I think, since this one has points, let's try to take some of his 2 points along from him. Never mind.
Wait, he's gonna try to parry, but he is at a -5. Nope.
Here, you.
Cassius.
Let's see. I can't get to any of the guys unless I run into the cloud of steam, and
Correct.
I wouldn't advise.
it's not sounding good. I might just see if I can figure out what's in that barrel real quick.
Okay.
See.
It looks like a thick, clear liquid with glitter suspended in it.
Okay.
Telling you, my students make this nasty stuff all the time. It's called glitter slime, and it is teacher's worst nightmare. It combines both the stickiest thing and the thing that gets everywhere in your classroom. Horrifying.
Yeah.
Do not put your hands in there.
All right. Is there any skill I need to roll to see if I can figure out what it is, or
Not one that you have.
not one that I have? Okay.
Correct.
Joe, I already told you. Even's like, I haven't scared the crap out of Jenny yet. Let's put some glitter slime in this campaign.
So we're trying to figure out what's in the barrel.
Cassius was. Some of us are still fighting.
Yeah, some of us are still fighting. Like people with ranged attack.
Yeah.
Let me hold on one moment. I'm looking at something. Okay. So, Crandor thinks that if you dip your weapons in this, it will have the properties of being magical temporarily.
How is that helpful, Crandor?
Okay.
Certain things can't be affected by normal weapons.
Lovely.
So, Emery.
Well, I don't wish to go gallivanting about in these cloud of steam, so I suppose I'll be staying back here and dealing with these brigands as they come to us.
Decimus?
I would suggest you take a step forward first. But anyway, I will throw a javelin.
Well, I'm not sure I want to step forward, as I believe it's been known that I would have to roll to see if I get hurt standing in that space.
No, you wouldn't. I positioned it perfectly. And
All right, well, in that case, I'll stand right here.
I crit this guy for a whole 6 points of damage.
Yep.
Ah.
Hey, better than nothing.
I know, but I've hit with my last 2 javelins, and I've rolled a 1 both times.
Francis.
No,
I
got something.
do sense magic on that barrel then.
Okay.
4 points of damage for the people in the cloud.
Is the sense magic a percentile or automatic? It seems to be magical, yes.
Okay. So I verify what my colleague has said about it being some kind of magical stuff. And I will dip my dagger in it.
Okay. He goes, "Thanks a lot, Mr. Wizard."
Yay, talking swords.
That will last 5 days.
All right.
What did I miss? Oh my gosh. Curse my tiny bladder. I go to the back.
You dip the weapon. 5 days.
Okay. So that's this orc here. We'll strike at Bodil.
Deal wants to pair. Okay, right.
You parried.
I do.
You're like, Sir Emery, this is how you parry. It's quite easy.
Look at this new trick I just learned.
Nice. Ah, excellent. Very good.
Wait, let me show you again.
Oh, please.
So Shep
I don't know how
goes
it is.
back-
I went through all the training,
I
and
want to say
nobody
you
ever
parried
showed me how
like
to do that.
4 or 5 today.
What do you want, Kitty Cat?
Shep
Huh?
goes back to the spot where he was safe when the steam came.
Okay.
He will bite at the one in front of Bodhi.
You're holding your feet wrong. You're wearing shoes. You gotta let your paws feel the ground beneath you.
Are you a good kitty?
So you, Shep's muzzle gets bloody.
His body's bloody. They pissed him off. I toss a stone.
That's gonna hit. And knock it out. Because they were in their, they did not have armor on. So is anybody doing anything combatively currently?
Is there a... These guys who are in the steam, they're unconscious but not dead, is that accurate?
Correct.
So, I think Bodil will be attempting to, coup de grace them or whatever.
So-
keep whacking them until they're gone.
So
So
there may be a
Bauer, you can give me your 2 melees a roll. Was it 2 left? Or
Yeah.
3, however many is
Just-
left.
There's a 1, a 4, 7, and a 3.
Okay, so 10.
I was going to say, if you wish to coup de grace them and we find it hard to penetrate their skin when they're just laying there, we have furnaces over here.
I mean, I feel like Bodil's definitely almost certainly hitting them while they're down and then in saying to, Sir Emery, see, this is how you do it. You can hit.
Well,
It turns out you can attack an unconscious opponent. See?
I will drag the unconscious guy out from under Sir Emery and throw him in the fire.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy.
That guy was actually dead.
Oh, well, he's still in the fire.
So now we have the sweet, sweet smell of cooking orc.
Well, it's going up the chimney. I
How
hope
big?
it's here.
How big is this barrel?
It's like
Eureka.
a 50-gallon drum. You know, pretty big
Oh,
size.
good
there.
lord!
Hey, Crandor, how much does that goop cost?
It'd depend on who wanted to buy it.
Well, I happen to have. What do I have in my? Let's see. Equip.
Well, if we finish what we're doing here, there was a cart out there, right?
I don't know. Was there a cart or were?
People were dancing on a cart fighting.
Oh, that's right. Sir Emery passed out on a cart.
Yep.
So
Just trying to
perhaps
make it more convenient to, roll my corpse out of here.
We look for a lid. Is there a lid for the barrel?
No, there is not.
Okay.
Have
That's
we tried it on more than one weapon, or has anyone else tried it?
no.
No.
Hey,
Badil's
Two
gonna,
daggers in it. There you go.
What was that?
Badil's gonna try it with her staff.
Okay.
And Bauer did 2 daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey guys, don't take too long because the clock is ticking on your fire resistance.
Yeah, we need to find.
So it's
Fire
one
resistance.
moment. So for the Bodil's staff is going to be 5 days,
Nice.
and 1 dagger is 5 days, and everything's 5 days.
Oh,
Look at
sweet.
that. You're pretty consistent.
Okay.
So Emery is going to dip his sword. Only his sword. He'll keep the dwarven hammer unmolested.
So he's going to molest his sword.
Possibly. Yes.
Okay, you have 10 more rounds of fire resistance.
Are these stairs?
Hold on one moment. I'm writing
Okay.
the.
Items and duration.
The molested
Find out
sword.
what 5 days you're looking to see if it's-
Well, that's what I'm certain about that.
So. One day for the sword.
Excellent.
Well, we'll find out in 1 day if it's the barrel of magical dismantle weapons.
Okay.
It could be something or not.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, which way are we going?
well, hold on a second.
The clock is ticking. Every second counts. I can't keep making you guys fire resistant and throw the cloud on top of you.
We have some fire that we need to walk through. Let's head there then. We're fire resistant right now.
What's my presence sense telling me?
It's off. You'd have to cast it again.
Okay, I'll recast it.
Hold on. I'm trying to do 3 things at once.
No problem.
zoom out real fast. You are seeing two things at they're very, very faint.
Okay.
East.
Past the tower.
Okay.
And then, hold on, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Sir Emery, what kind of armor are you wearing right now?
Oh, I'm wearing this very crappy ogre armor that we picked up. Although it's better than the nonsense that my order provided me with.
There's some padded human orc-sized armor in here. You might not be able to fit into that, though.
Sir Emery, what is the name of your order?
That's a good question. I think it's the Order of the Not Protecting Our People Very Well Knights.
Are you up here in this?
I believe it was Order of the Silver Dragon.
Yes, Silver Dragon. That's it.
The Order of the Silver Dragon without scales.
Yes. Yep, that would be the one.
So do any of our human-sized
People?
companions need some armor?
I am not trained in the use of it.
You don't have to be. You just put it on and hobble around. Much as I am doing. It makes you less stealthy.
It is padded, so it's light armor. Padded or quilted, padded, or yeah.
So those
Rating of 8, SDC 15, 5 pounds.
So, Lehman, you said that I noticed a couple of things up here, and that was the only ones?
Within your range, yes.
Okay.
So we're going back to the main doors where you had all the peeps?
Well, we have a door in here, and are those stairs going?
Are these stairs going up?
Those are stairs going up. These are stairs going down.
Down. And then we've got a door here. And then apparently a door there. And then the door way down here that goes into the lower part of the gatehouse. Picking up sense of anybody in this immediate area, so it should be fairly safe to look in there, go up these stairs, maybe check out the guardhouse.
I'm gonna say upstairs might lead us to where they were throwing the javelins at us.
And pouring the oil on us.
Yeah.
Do we want to check out this door real quick?
You need to do something real quick. You only have about 5 more rounds of fireproof.
Check out that door real quick. Yes.
Lehman, I'm going to check this door.
Okay. It is, the door is locked.
Try and open it.
Give me a roll.
Okay, I do have tools.
So you'll subtract that from your roll after you roll.
Oh, baby.
So you open it. Click, and it opens.
What is inside?
It looks like some type of workshop. You would notice that it appears to have tools that would sorry, the cat just decided to jump right into my papers that explained what everything was. Basically did a cannonball. Basically, it looks like tools and stuff that would be associated with a gold or silversmith, but you don't see anything that was worked on here.
Okay.
And the tools are about 100 pounds.
Ooch.
Where to next?
Door in here.
There was this door past the pile of corpses. You want to go?
Can I lock it back up?
Yeah.
I will do so. Where to next, guys?
Jenny, were you talking about the room where we're cooking the corpses, or the room where we killed or knocked them out at?
The room to the north.
The one with the big pile.
We have to climb over the giant pile of corpses.
All right, let's.
If we go that way, that's where I sense more people.
Well, is that what we're trying to do? Is find more people?
So that's fine. We should probably head that way. There's the big double doors over there.
I'm going to look in this room real quick.
If we're running out of fire protection, then we should probably have our fighters start leading the way that way. Francis,
I think we're going to be out of fire protection before we get there.
well, Francis can catch up if need be.
You open that door.
It probably smells.
but not as bad as you would think from orcs, ogres, and kobolds.
That's because they don't actually use it.
Correct.
So, which direction are we going, folks?
People have already.
And to be
Is that not where the
that's where the edges next to the wall and stayed and spread it around the big. Yeah.
very good?
So Lena, I'm actually pretty tired, so if Bob wants to play my character, he can. You want to let him?
Oh, did you guys hear that, Jenny? Yeah.
Yes, Jenny's going nighty-night.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm way too early and did not take a nap today. So.
Do you have access to that character sheet, Bob?
Nope.
I will give you temporary access to that character sheet.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Yes,
Thanks, you
good night.
too.
Night, Jenny.
Sleep
Night,
well.
everybody. Thank you.
You might, I don't know, if you don't see it, you might need to refresh, but I think they usually pop up. Can you see it? Bob?
You need to know if you can get it both.
I can. Yes, see it.
Okay.
You're tired too.
Oh, yes.
So is that where people are going to go before the doors open?
Yeah, because I'm not going to have them hit me with spears while I'm out there.
Well, I mean, if we're taking several rounds to get in position, is that what's going on here? Or are we still moving one round at a time?
We're still moving
You can quickly position yourselves. You do not notice javelins being thrown.
Right.
Lehman,
Yes.
by the time we get into position here, oh, we're going to the doors up at the top?
Oh, right here. It's good.
Will I have to refresh my present sense again?
Yeah, you don't have it by the time you looked at the room and then went to the, picked the lock, looked inside, figured out what was going on, closed it, went over, checked the other. It's gone.
I took
Okay.
off 10 rounds.
Once we're outside these doors, I'll recast it.
Okay.
I don't suppose that position is available to do any more sewing or anything like that, is it? Grab some bandages?
Unfortunately, I've reached the extent of what I can do right now.
Oh, no matter. I'm sure it's important.
Yeah, it's perfectly safe there.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get some initiatives. Who is this going to be on?
This will be on
Odile and Sir Emery.
think my bat's gonna sometime.
Well, that's weird. My whole oh. Okay.
Hey, when did Bodil pick up magic?
What's that?
When did
Beef.
Bodil learn magic?
B for bow.
B for bird.
That was a long and hard learned lesson for me too.
Yeah.
Black
Otherwise,
beef.
there's three different M's: magic, melee, and missile.
So,
Me, bludgeoning.
So, Peter,
Yep.
you sense two that seem to be right on the other side of the wall,
Okay.
and then one back here.
And I will
One down here.
and I'll between hand gestures and whispers, I'll go 4, 2, right on the other side of the door, one more further back, one more, down to the right.
So, Bodil.
Bodil is going to attempt to open that door.
It opens.
Wait. Look, there's a dude there. Unfortunately, she can't attack that guy because
Yeah, hold
Right,
on.
'cause
Nicholas.
opening-
can- Yeah, opening would take up an action.
sure.
But Nicholas can fill out his stuff. Then Shep. Okay. She can move though. If she wants to get out of melee.
Yeah, I guess that'd be a good idea. So step back to about here.
And then it's Emery's turn.
I guess he's gonna whack this guy over here.
Well, that's 2 points of armor.
Decimus.
why are people getting in my cloud's way? Yes, both the people outside the door have made life difficult. Crap. Well, we'll try it there.
So did you want it so that they had to?
I want it so that my people don't stand where I'm going to have to hit them. So I have to now potentially target the bad guys and give them a good chance at dodging. Because
Okay.
my people can't stand far enough away from the cloud. Yep, they have an excellent chance of dodging.
So the first one does not dodge, and the second one does. So 8 points. And 2 rounds. Nicholas.
I can see him clearly. Can I target him?
Yeah, if you can see
Okay.
him.
Well, I can target him.
You can see him. Cassius.
Okay. Step up. And stab. Well, it bounced off his armor.
No, these guys do not have the scale that you've been doing before. And
Okay.
that one is at -5 to parry. So you actually did 9 points of damage.
Okay, cool. This
the-
is where
the
you fall
orcs-
down.
The orcs wear padded armor, so they are.
Okay. Oh, that's like 5 or 6 on the armor rating, if I recall correctly.
8.
8. Okay. All right. I thought. Oh yeah, 8 and soft leather is 9. Gotcha.
Shep.
Need boost there.
Do you want to attack?
I can't see. So can Shep see that?
Yes.
Okay. I can just barely tell that there's anything even there.
Okay, that orc is on the ground. That orc is going to try to attack Shep, because that's where the bite came from. I think that misses.
Yeah, I think that hits armor. Doesn't miss by much.
Francis.
I'll try and stab that one.
Yes, because it has sucky armor.
Oh, that hits?
I've been giving +3s if they're on the ground unconscious, and all you needed was an 8. So Bo deal.
All right. So deal. Archie's gonna try to shoot this dude right here. And nobody launches any javelins at her or anything.
Nope.
Lame.
Point of armor. One more would have. Emery?
All right, let's give him a thumping.
Wow. Even with the -5.
Mhm.
Yep. Decimus?
I don't go twice.
Nicholas?
I can't see anything else, and I've moved pretty much as far as I can.
Okay. Cassius?
I cannot hit that guy. I can't get to him without stepping into the steam cloud. So, yeah. I'm just gonna stand and okay, finish him, Shep.
Oh, the guy's still there.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't have Shep's visibility, so I wasn't.
Does not parry the savage attack of the English sheepdog.
I might have to get him checked for rabies.
And Francis.
Well, it appears that both of them are down.
If you're gonna wait the was it 3 more rounds, Bauer, you can do damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to back up a little bit. And that's it.
Yeah, we're waiting out the steam cloud. I think
Yep.
at this point.
There you go. Steam Cloud is 10 points of damage, and then it goes down.
And that was enough to take out both of them.
Okay.
While that was happening, I go back and loot this kobold back here.
Getting a
Might
few
need more
more javelins.
Yeah.
Seen any shields, have we?
No, you have not seen any shields.
Okay. Am I still picking up the one person here
Yes.
and the one person down here?
Right at the very edge.
Okay.
Down here.
So we got one person through those double doors.
Does your sense go high enough to make sure there's nobody up above? As I look at the ceiling in this place.
Check for murder holes.
Man, they looks like there's some arrow slits here.
Yeah, I just want to make sure nothing's going to fall on our heads again.
Can I direct it that way, Lehman?
Yeah, you can look up.
Yeah.
Oh, here it goes up, and like I said, there's one more level with arrow slits.
Yep.
And you do kind of see kobolds there, but they don't appear to have any more javelins.
Ah,
And then, actually, I'm going to have to flip to the other map to look where that is. Okay. So above that corridor, you are not sensing anything above this corridor.
Okay.
You sense like something here above, but it's right above one of those arrow slits, and there's like one here and one there and one there, and then you sense a couple of other things like here.
Above us?
Above, yes, all of that was above.
All right. Where to, Sir Emery?
Well, like I said, I'm getting the sense of somebody here.
okay. Shall we see what we can find? And I think I could try to sneak my way over and make sure that try to make sure that nothing notices me from the arrow slits.
Well, as long as Francis is telling us the arrow slits are clear, we can go.
Okay. And I will head across to the other door.
Okay.
I will look in the arrow slit and see what I can see.
Trees.
Did it freeze before Francis came in or after?
Or did you say trees?
Oh, trees. Oh,
Trees.
trees. I thought you said freeze. It's like, all right.
So did
we
I.
said
I was like,
come on.
okay.
It's like, no, you said, what do I see? Well, you see some trees.
Yeah.
Plant life.
Mm-hmm.
Bob, is Sir Emery going across?
Right, very good. Oh, let's step up here. We'll hang out perhaps in this area. She'll be the one to open the door.
I wonder what's on the other side of the door.
Let's go ahead and do an initiative.
Okay. Initiative. Oh. Oh. There are upsides and downsides to having a low initiative, I guess.
See if this. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Okay. Hold on one moment while I get some stuff set up. So Bodil and Emery roll an ish.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those are more like it.
Yeah. We're all just about there.
Shep. Looks like Emery turned into a mage also. Decimus.
Yeah.
I keep trying to put mine in.
It's my fault. I was playing with it.
Nicholas.
Oh, wow.
And Cassius.
And my number of attacks is greater than my initiative total.
So Shep, I guess he's waiting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Decimus.
I twiddle my thumbs.
Nicholas.
Same.
Bodil.
Bob.
Yeah.
Bodil's turn.
Yep. She's there.
Is she opening?
I did the thing. 6B2.
You what?
Oh, no, it's not.
Is she opening the door?
It's her turn in initiative. Is she?
Oh, got it. Sorry. Now I see. Okay. Yep. You open the door.
Oh boy.
Doesn't look dangerous at all.
No. Doesn't look
Actually, let me go
dangerous
back
at
to
all.
here.
Yeah, that's what, Magneto and Pennywise? Okay.
So standing in the middle of some mystical
Krampus?
pattern in the floor.
Okay. Wow. That's a cool looking sword. Snore.
Okay, now I can add these guys.
Is he a human?
Looks like he probably was at one time. Oh, he's moving so quickly.
So Bodil opens it, yes, and you see
And then steps
this
back.
this Looks like a warrior in red armor holding a sword that looks like it has a crystalline blade.
Boy.
What kind of
And-
armor?
Red.
Oh,
Red plate.
red plate.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think he's a paladin.
Francis.
Oh, lordy. And I'm trying to levitate him.
It's a good idea.
Just move him about 5 to 10 feet off the ground, if possible.
You can't get a grip on him.
Can't get a grip on him.
Sir Emery.
All right. Well, Sir Emery is going to switch to his magic sword, and he's going to step to here. Is this close enough to whack him with my magic sword?
Whack who?
I was going to go after this red knight, but I think instead I'm going to get the creepy clown guy because it's a creepy clown guy. And I'm sorry, Jason's not here to see him.
A creepy what?
Clown.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where's Jason?
Is that
Where
Pogo?
is Jason when we need
Is
him?
that Pogo the orc clown again? Or Orgo clown?
Oh, that's an 11 to hit. How's the Pogo's armor?
Well, first you're going to have to give me a save versus circles.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. All right, let's do this. That is under. That's a 9 versus my 13.
Hey,
So you swing and you hit some type of barrier that will not let you through.
Boy.
So for saves, lower is better. Is that right?
No, higher is better.
Higher.
And I rolled under my wait.
Yeah.
You rolled a 9 and you needed a 13.
Okay. So
High roll's good. Low roll's bad.
yes. So my target save, it goes down if I improve in it.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for.
Or actually, you would have a +1 to your save when you would hover over 9.
I see. My bonus goes up. Okay. Oh, scary clouds are scary.
Rhaznor says, "You've inconvenienced me, and now you will pay. Sick 'em, Pogo." Cassius.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get through here and stab that guy. The Red Knight.
Give me a save versus circles.
Versus circles. What could possibly go wrong? Let's see. Let me find the save versus circles.
On the combat tab.
On the combat tab. Alright. Save versus circles. Booyah. Okay.
But you need an 18 because it was a circle strength of +5 for you.
Oh, wow. So I'm just stuck out here.
Yes.
All right. That's unfortunate.
Shep.
He goes to there.
So Pogo steps there. And Emery.
Yep.
Above the doors, it looks like he kind of looks up behind you at the at a spot in the wall above the doors.
Nope, he's not even gonna look.
He says, "Ho! So you thought these fools would distract me, huh?" And he has, daggers in both hands, and he throws both daggers up above you. You don't hear them hit stone, but you do hear them hit something.
Interesting.
Nicholas.
I try to sling a stone. Do I need to make a save before I sling it?
No, you don't.
Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit twice.
That actually, the first one, that hits for 3. You rolled minimum for both of those.
Right. Clicking, I have to double click on so many things. I accidentally double click on that.
Wow.
Bodil.
All right, Bodil is gonna shoot herself a knight. That dude in red. Here comes. Yep.
It does a point to armor.
Take that.
Oh, wow.
Armor.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And
I
Fritz.
can't even see the damage done to the armor. Wow.
Give me a save versus circles, and you're looking for an 18.
Nope.
Ooh.
Sir Emery.
All right, so Emery's gonna try this again. Whacking like a pogo. Do I make the save first, or make the attack?
Make the save first.
All right, then maybe I just ain't bother.
So you're looking for 18.
Nope. No, I am not. Look at continue rolling like crap.
but he can strike out from the circle.
Seems about right.
So, oh. Gesundheit. Gesundheit.
So I need to try. He's attacking me, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll try to parry that sucker. Let's see if one of these days parrying will work. Nope.
Nope.
Not this day.
But Bodil really needs to show you how to parry.
Yep.
Well, the problem is most of Bodil's parries happened while he's been down, so he hasn't seen them.
Exactly. Now, and this was. Well, I'm out of attacks, so yeah. Yep, that is 15. I'm at -9 hit points.
Oh, wow.
And Cassius.
Well, let's see if I can step back into the. Let's see if I can step into the circle and do anything. Time to break the circle. Oh!
Oh, close.
So close, no matter how far.
I think I might have taken away something of Shep. So Shep's turn.
No, we had to wait
No.
for the
Oh,
door.
oh, that's right. That's right.
Dinner is not.
What? Huh.
Okay.
Usually that works that time.
Is Pogo dancing?
Yeah, I usually can click 2 front or 2 back, and this time it's not working, so I'm not sure why. But he is he's standing on Sir Emery, and he does a little jig.
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
Nicholas.
Can I? Is there? He's not blocking me. Is
Who?
Pogo? Is Pogo too close to block?
Oh
me?
yeah, Pogo's blocking you, unless you
Alright.
moved up one.
I will move up one then. Move up 2. No, I don't like that spot. I will move back in.
Wow. 16.
No, it's not a crit.
Not a crit.
Oh,
I rolled a 19.
you got a +2 then. Okay.
Yep.
Still 8. That was better than before.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna suck. Alright. Let's see if I can parry. Booyah!
You did it! You did it!
Yeah, because otherwise I would have been dead. Dead.
Exactly how do you do that?
It says, comes from the unconscious
ogre.
Sir Emery.
And the ogre rolls over in his sleep and says, "How?"
Jeez.
So let's go ahead and stop here. So maybe next time you might
Jeez.
have somebody extra.
Yep.
But we're
Oh.
you're near the end of the mission.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
So I will go ahead and stop the recording.